Dear friends, are you awake? Are you truly awake at this very moment? From the second we open our eyes in the morning, many of us sleepwalk throughout the day or even throughout life. If we wake up in this lifetime, that is a blessing. Who is Buddha? Who is Buddha? One of many answers is Buddha is awake, an awakened one. I believe that the key to great enlightenment is to wake up to the present moment. During our recent retreat at Southern Dharma, I received an interesting note. It said, "Dear teacher, I would like to know if you would share the story of your enlightenment." This got me to thinking. My first answer is that enlightenment is a process. I am in the process of enlightenment every day. I don't know if I have the story of my enlightenment, but I appreciate being aware of enlightening moments. For me, enlightening moments often happen during meditation, when I'm totally absorbed in meditation and in stillness. I feel myself disappearing and feel connected with everything around me as one. A profound sense of peace, joy, and spaciousness arises beyond any concept of peace, joy, and spaciousness. In meditation, clarity emerges without any need to clarify anything. I am immersed in pure consciousness. In the method of seated meditation, from the principal book of One Buddhism, Sotae-san said, "When your mind is calm, concentrated, perfectly focused, and at peace, you will rest in the realm of samadhi, deep meditation. You will no longer feel any distinction between yourself and others, free from the limits of time and place, resting in the genuine realm of consummate quiescence and non-discrimination." Also in the principal book, there are 20 koans known as essential cases for questioning. The first one is, "It is said that Buddha was born into his royal family without leaving the heavenly realm, and that he delivered all sentient beings while still in his mother's womb." Buddha was born into his royal family without leaving the heavenly realm, and that he delivered all sentient beings while still in his mother's womb. What does this mean? This koan reminds us to contemplate that the experience of a Buddha, an awakened being, transcends time and place. In awakened moments of deep samadhi, we no longer feel any distinction between ourselves and others. We find ourselves free from the limits of time and place. Free from the limits of time and place. Questioning, a key to awakening. In our spiritual journeys, questioning is an important key to awakening. It is a primary motivating force for discovering truth and shattering delusions. Gautama Buddha left the palace of his youth when he questioned, "Why do people suffer?" Sotae-san began his questioning of nature and human life even as a small child, which ultimately led to his great awakening. Questioning in Won Buddhism is a form of contemplation for realizing the truth of existence. Venerable Chua-san, the former head Dharma master of Won Buddhism, stated in his book, The Principles for Training the Mind, awakening only comes when the process of our questioning mind is complete and the questioner disappears. So, one way to answer the question about my awakening moments is to say that in meditation, I experience glimpses of my calm, clear spirit. This supports me in awakening to the truth of oneness, free from the limits of time and place, and free from any distinction between self and others. For this, I am truly grateful. Another answer to the question about my awakening mind comes from a very different context. Many years ago, here in North Carolina, it occurred during the building of our Dharma Hall here in Chapel Hill. At the time, many things were happening all at once. Numerous tasks and details required my attention. I had to make many important decisions. On top of that, John Hartley, our gracious and talented architect builder, was dying from cancer. And I was preparing for my clinical social work licensing exam, which had a very strict due date. In the middle of all this, the Reverend, who had been working with me for 5 years, surprised me by saying that she had decided to return to Korea. As if all this wasn't enough, I found myself in hospital emergency rooms 3 times for an appendectomy and treatment for subsequent infections. Once in the emergency room, I even received phone calls from a subcontractor about light fixtures. That one, exactly. With all this going on, I had to stay focused and present, maintaining sound spirit, equanimity, and skillful discernment. My spiritual capacity expanded amidst all this turmoil. I noticed that there was no choice other than to be totally present with no room for distracting inner chatter. Thinking back, that might have been one of the most powerful enlightening experiences of my life, even more powerful than profound samadhi on the meditation cushion. As we celebrate the 109th anniversary of Sotae-san's great enlightenment, I hope enlightening moments continue to emerge for all of us in the middle of deep silent meditation, as well as in the middle of challenging sensory conditions. In Chapter 3, Practice, Sotae-san talks about the proper sequence needed for great awakening to occur. He says, after making a great vow, great belief arises. After great belief, great zeal. After great zeal, great questioning. After great questioning, great dedication. And only after great dedication will a great awakening occur. He continued, awakening and awareness is not completed all at once, but involves thousands upon thousands of insights. Awakening and awareness is not completed all at once, but involves thousands upon thousands of insights. Personally, I experienced that spiritual practice is more likely to flow along a profound path if we take good care of our daily routines. When I invoke my vow to sincerely practice morning meditation, I make an effort to prepare for it the day before. For this, it is important to eat well, sleep well, and poop well. Gabriel, do you eat well, sleep well, and poop well? You don't know? What about Layla? Yeah, congratulations. If I eat lots of starch, there is a blockage in my intestines that affects my focus. If I don't sleep well, I will doze off in meditation. In order to sleep well, I take care of things before going to bed, so as not carry worries into my sleep. All these steps significantly affect the quality of my meditation, an open space of deep samadhi, resting in the truth of Il-One-Sang. With aspiration, belief, zeal, questioning, and dedication, we prepare the ground, making space for possibility, the possibility of many awakening moments, the possibility of thousands of insights. As we celebrate this day of great awakening, our spiritual birthday, may we awaken to our true nature, to the Buddha within. May we recognize the ever-present possibility of thousands of awakenings. Happy Great Awakening Day.